I hope you all enjoyed this evening's performance. Let's give her a big round of applause. We now invite Akshaya's parents to felicitate the accompanying artists. First, Swamiji will say a few words.
Hari Om. I hope all of you enjoyed. I thoroughly enjoyed the program. Vasanthi, thank you so much for inviting me for this program. And that Murugan, Vetrivel Murugan, Hara Haro Hara. See, a few days back I saw a paper interview, premier newspaper. They interviewed one of our girls, Anjali Sood. She's from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Chinmaya Balavihar student, and she became the Wimco CEO. And that girl, what she said, that interviewer, he asked her one question: how in this young age, and you are brought up here, how did you become the CEO of this big company? What she said, because I am born in a Punjabi family, born and brought up here, but I never missed my Balavihar classes in Michigan, and also on Sunday Balavihar and Saturdays the Bharatanatyam classes, which made me as the CEO of this company today. Very well training. You know, the training, you get it in the Balavihar and also in this Bharatanatyam. You won't get it anywhere in this world. So some art form you have to learn. Children must learn music, dance, mridangam, tabla, or some other classes. It's a must for all of our children. So this child, how she became like this today. And you know, once it was a summer in 1989, Pujya Gurudev was conducting a camp in his favorite Sitabari ashram in Himachal Pradesh. One day during the cultural show, Gurudev suddenly called a 9-year-old girl and asked her to dance all on a sudden. The child was caught unaware but performed enthusiastically. Anyway, after the performance, her parents said apologetically to Gurudev, the traditional Bharatanatyam finery would have added charm to her dance. What Gurudev remarked immediately, gold is pure and beautiful by itself. No need to further put glitter on it. It shines from within. So too, children, nothing external is needed to beautify them. That is the answer Gurudev gave. And today, what we saw it here today, and so we are so fortunate to see our own children are dancing. You know, sometime back, Devika did Arangetam here, and today, Akshaya. Akshaya, and you are so wonderful, and she is so the best in her Balavihar class. Karuna always say, she's one of my favorite students. And also, our Vasanthi always say, Akshaya is one of my favorite students. 10 years she attended this Bharatanatyam classes regularly. And today, what beautiful performance she did for all of us. So, Akshaya, and also she is so active in that classes, Gita for me. Every Sunday, whoever is not there, but she is very regular in her classes, Gita for me, in that she is so active. So be good and keep your goal high and don't go back. And this Gita for me, not for your parents. It is for you to develop, understand, and assimilate and lead a very good life in your future. And Vasanthi, I am so proud of you. And see what a beautiful student and what a beautiful Shishya. So Shyam and Rekha, so it is wonderful. They are also very active in all the cultural and all the organizations in this Philadelphia area. And I am very proud of them. Devika, Damodar, I am very proud of you. And Vasanthi, Nagaraj. And also the wonderful musicians, Savitri Ramanand, Murali Balachandran, Shweta Narasimhan, and Balakrishna Raj. So we are so fortunate to see and listen to in front of us, not through the Zoom God. At least no Zoom God today. We are so happy to see them in person and listen. Thank you, Hari Om. Yeah, come. And the dancer.
Devika will now call felicitation the musicians, so 1 minute.
Okay. Let's give a big round of applause for all the musicians today. The melodious vocalist for this evening is Srimati Savitri Ramanand. A well-known Carnatic classical vocalist of India who has had years of training in classical music under great teachers such as her elder sisters, Bombay sisters, Srimati C. Saroja and C. Lalita, Srimati Sethu Mahadevan, and the late Sri H.A.S. Mani of Bombay, music maestro Sri T.K. Govinda Rao. Among the many honors Savitri Ramanand has received include Isai Vani, Gana Vidya, Sarade, Best Vocalist, to name a few. Srimati Savitri Ramanand founded Muktambar Fine Arts Incorporation and has been teaching music and dance in New York for over 3 decades. Srimati Savitri Ramanand has performed in reputed organizations such as Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, American Museum of National History, the Smithsonian Institution, University of Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology music departments, and many others. Srimati Savitri Ramanand has become an indispensable as a vocalist for dance arangetrams and other dance performances due to her skill in both music and dance. Savitri's knowledge of Bharatanatyam, the South Indian classical dance form, and folk dances of India found full expression in a series of extraordinary dance ballets such as Ashtalakshmi, Andal Kalyanam, Adi Parashakti, Sita Rama Kada, and Shiva Puranam. Let us give a big round of applause to Srimati Savitri Ramanand. Next, we have Sri Murali Balachandran, who is a scintillating percussionist for this evening. Murali Balachandran hails from a family of musicians and dancers. He is a Mridangam student of his father, Dr. C.G. Balachandran, as was introduced to Bharatanatyam by his mother, Usha. Murali has performed throughout the United States, accompanying leading dancers and musicians, and performing at prestigious venues such as the Lincoln Center, the American Museum of Natural History, the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Let us give a huge round of applause to Sri Murali Balachandran. Next, we have the vibrant violinist of this evening, Miss Sweta Narasimhan. Sweta is a senior student of Srimati Gauri Ramakrishnan in New Jersey, from whom she has been privileged to learn for the past 15 years. She started learning violin at the age of 6 from Dr. Narayan Raman in Indianapolis and was later taught by several violinists, including Sri Purnachandra Rao, Trichy Sri Satyamurthy, and Srimati Lalgudi Vijayalakshmi. Sweta has won first prizes in several music festivals, and she has played extensively for Carnatic vocal, instrumental, Bharatanatyam, and Kuchipudi programs around the country. Sweta studied mathematics at Bryn Mawr College and holds a master's in education from the University of Pennsylvania. She is a high school math teacher in the school district of Philadelphia. Let us give a big round of applause for Ms. Sweta Narasimhan. Next, we have the soulful flutist of this evening's performance, Sri Balachandra Krishnaraj. Balachandra Krishnaraj, our flutist, started learning flute from Gurus Mrs. Rajamani and Mrs. Sikil Maithili Chandrasekharan in Chennai, India. Apart from having been a part of more than 100 arangetrams, he performs in many Carnatic concerts, fusion music, and light music shows with various leading artists, and in many prestigious venues around the country, including the Lincoln Center and Carnegie Hall in New York City. Balachandra and his wife, Sangeeta, have established Natya Swara, an Indian art school in Pennsylvania, which is committed to teaching music and dance to the next generation. Balachandra has a degree from IIT Madras and an MBA from New York University, and is currently working in Philadelphia. Let us give a big round of applause. The makeup artist for today's performance is Srimati Janaki Murthy. Srimati Janaki has been doing Indian classical dance arangetram styling as a hobby since 2007. She has participated in makeup and hairdressing for arangetrams and group performances in New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. She enjoys working with a diverse array of students. She built on the Bharatanatyam makeup after taking the makeup artist course at the Leah Shore Institute of New York. Let us give a big round of applause to Srimati Janaki Murthy.
So next we call upon Devika, our MC. Okay. So it was such a nice to have like Devika, a student who has done Arangetram as an MC, where we can say Bhavam, where we can say like, I thought like she was dancing instead of Akshaya, when she was MCing. That was so nice. Wanted to appreciate that also. Thank you, Devika.
Akshaya's guru is Mrs. Vasanti Nagaraj. Vasanti began her Bharatanatyam training at the tender age of 3 from Guru Krishna Kumar Panikar in Kalpakam, India. She received advanced training from Srimati Nalini Raghu under the aegis of Anushakti Lalitkala Sanstha in Mumbai, India. Srimati Nalini Raghu, a disciple of Guru B. Lakshmi Kantam, mastered Bharatanatyam in Pandanallur tradition of Pichaya Pillai School at Tanjore. As a renowned teacher and Natuvanar in Mumbai, Srimati Nalini Raghu has choreographed and produced many dance productions like Agni, Bhakti Bharatam, Bhakti Jayanti Shakti, to name a few. Apart from being the artistic director of Vasanti Dance Academy, Vasanti Auntie is a Chinmaya Mission Sevak, a practicing dietitian, and elementary school teacher. She has her second master's degree from Drexel University in Science of Instruction. She has written and directed many audiovisual productions in Bal Vihar programs. Vasanti Auntie has performed solo and in musical productions in India and in Michigan. Vasanti Auntie has been teaching Bharatanatyam in the area for the last 20 years. Today she is involved in training the next generation of dancers into this evergreen Indian classical dance form. Her students have performed in Shruti, the India Music and Dance Society Composers Day celebrations, intercultural community events, and currently she is a sought-after judge in local dance competitions. Akshaya's guru, Mrs. Vasanti Nagaraj, artistic director of Vasanti Academy, will speak briefly about her student and award her the diploma. Nagaraj uncle, could you also step onto the stage? Could you step onto the stage, please?
What is it? Nagaraj uncle. What can I do? Come on. Yeah. Thank you all. We really appreciate your patience. I know this is the last part is the most special part, but at the same time, after a beautiful dance performance, it's hard to sit through these. But it's an integral part of the whole thing, and we appreciate your patience. And before I present the start of this evening, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my gurus for guiding me into this beautiful art form. And my first guru is obviously my mother, who's been a great source of inspiration to me. And then my dance teacher, Srimati Nalini Raghu, who's not only been my dance teacher, she's been my mentor and confidant. And I have to thank Swami Siddhananda. Without him, this program would not happen today at all. So I'm very grateful to Chinmaya Mission and to Swami Siddhananda. Big round of applause for Swamiji, please. This divine art form has gone through many phases of celebration and hibernations, but for me it is divine. It's a personal statement. Just like Guru Chinmayananda said, work without faith and prayer is like an artificial flower without fragrance. For me, Bharatanatyam is a form of prayer, offering to God. This teaching has been my spiritual sadhana. When parents come and express how beautiful their daughters are enjoying the learning, I attribute it all to the bhakti in the teaching and learning. I emphasize that dancing is a discipline of the body. Only when we learn to enjoy dancing can we share the joy with the audience. Just like the flower shares its fragrance, we share our bhakti with all around. Arangetram is the first step in the blooming of this beautiful flower. Depending on how much the dancer is ready to nurture this gift, they will enjoy the fruits of their interest and passion in this art form. There is no end to learning any art form, only new beginnings. I would like to thank many of the connoisseurs of music and dance who have written extensively in blogs and web links, providing a wealth of information for teachers like me. And I would like to thank many of the stalwarts of Bharatanatyam like Nritya Chudamani Pridarshini, Govind, Srimati Usha Srinivasan, and Mami's daughter Aarti Ramanand, who taught me Natvangam. So I really owe a lot to them. And many of the compositions of this evening's programs are a reflection of these fine teachers. And I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all my friends and well-wishers who helped me in this endeavor. And I have to thank my children, Kaushik and Gautam, who have been very patient with me for so many years. And my dear husband, Nagaraj, whom I don't give much credit to, but he is the pillar behind the show. He's the man behind the show. Thank you. I would like to thank the wonderful musicians of this evening who have worked very hard to make this a very beautiful event and memorable for Akshaya. I must thank and applaud the MC of this evening, Devika Nair. Devika is my most recent Arangetram student, and last year, as you all know, with the pandemic, we were going to perform in Guruvayur. We had big plans to go and perform in front of Guruvayurappan in Guruvayur. But with the pandemic, we could not, but Krishna said, don't worry, you can do it. So we did right here in Madhuvan in front of Krishna. So the Lord is always there. We have the faith, He will never let go. So we were so blessed. Swamiji said, let's have it here. And we had the program here. Even though it was with recorded music, I think Devika really enjoyed it, and we were very happy with the results. So now to the start of this evening, Akshaya. It gives me great pleasure in presenting Akshaya with her maiden recital to you all. It's been a great learning experience for all of us. And she's been under my tutelage for more than 9 years. And as you all can see, she was very hardworking and a very diligent student. Even during this pandemic, these children did not give up focus, did not give up hope. They all stayed focused, practiced. And as soon as we could get into our own bubble, we started practicing, and you're seeing this. And in case you did not notice, the Varnam is a pretty long, about 30 minutes of Varnam. It's not easy to dance that. So Akshaya has done that. So that's a really commendable thing. Similarly, Jagadanandaka, that's a very beautiful, very difficult song even to sing. So imagine dancing to that. So those were all things that Akshaya was ready for the challenge. When I asked her, would you like to learn? She would say, yes. Never she would say, no. Whatever I throw at her, she's like, yes, auntie, I can do it. I can do it. It's that I can do it attitude is what you've seen today evening. I'm sure you all enjoyed the program. Thank you all really, and really appreciate it. I would like to thank, obviously, the parents, Rekha and Shyam Sundar, for giving me an opportunity to be part of Akshaya's life. I wish Akshaya all the best in her future. And I would like to present Akshaya with a beautiful Nataraja idol, and with her name inscribed on it, and a certification of completion of the Arangetram. I have a small gift for Devika Nair, the MC of today evening. Akshaya's parents, Rekha and Shyam Sundar, will give the vote of thanks. Thank you. Sorry, before I forget, I give the mic to Rekha and Shyam, I have to, recognize the dancer behind the dancer. Can anybody guess who it is? Yes, Rekha, the mother. The mother is, so I always make it a point to remember that, because the dancer behind the dancer is the one who makes it all happen, because they are the one encouraging them constantly to come and practice and do. So I would like to give a small bouquet to Rekha Shyam.
All right. Hari Om, everybody. So, Akshaya, Vasanthi auntie and I were talking. I'm sorry, because we always say Vasanthi auntie and Nagaraj uncle, right? So, she was asking me, Appa, are you going to have like a prepared speech, or are you going to talk extempore, right? So, this is what I said, right? If I'm talking extempore, it will be 2-3 hours. If it is prepared speech, it will be just few minutes or 5 minutes, right? So I'll try to be as brief as possible. Again, I apologize if I'm going to miss anybody, right? Again, it is not our event, it is your event. You guys made it happen, right? And Krishna made it happen, but still we have to like list down the names and we have to thank a few people, right? So starting with Vamshi ji, Prakash ji, Hariharan ji and Vishwajit ji and all other Madhuvan volunteers who helped us like in all aspects, right? From the event and Madhuvan standpoint, right? And obviously with Swamiji's blessings, right? Originally when we started the event, right? Last year we couldn't do because of the pandemic. This year when we started again planning, obviously Madhuvan was our first choice, right? And we were also looking at other schools, other temples, and all other places, right? And when we were looking for all other places, right, Swamiji announced, right, in an open meeting saying, hey, Akshaya is going to have, the Arangetram in Madhuvan. So let's use Madhuvan more. Then we were wondering, hey, we booked the place. We didn't finalize because we are still looking, right? So what happened? Krishna decided, Swamiji decided, and finally it happened here, right? That's how I see it. The reason is we couldn't get in any other place. That is the truth. Right? And that's what we call Swamiji's words and Krishna's blessings, right? And so everybody says artist. I don't believe in that. I believe in Vidwans, right? Everybody is Janaki Mami, I don't know whether she was singing. I'm sorry, Savitri Mami, I don't know whether she was singing. All I'm hearing was only music in my ears. It was so nice, so melodious, right? When others were doing the instruments, I'll be honest, I was hearing them singing. Right? That's how melodious and so nice it was. Thank you, Savitri Mami. Thank you, Murli ji. Thank you, Balachandar ji. Thank you, Sweta. It was so nice. And obviously the makeup, Janaki Mami. I know like we had to do like few times and we had few challenges. In spite of that, they made it happen. And Devika, as I already said, right, I thought she was dancing, with all the, mudras and other things that she was showing here. That was so nice, Devika, and obviously Devika and the family, right? Video, Rick Webb, and photographer, he came from Virginia Beach. That's my cousin, Bharani. Obviously, it's not him and his family. The last 2-3 days, we weren't doing anything at home. It's all done by them at home. Plus, he's taking care of the photos, right? And Bala and Usha, I know they had to leave early, without whom I could not have been here. And Ranjani Mahadevan is not here, but still I should mention Ranjani Mahadevan's name. The reason is, Ranjani was the one who referred me to Vasanthi. Okay, so I thought she will make it here, but she couldn't make. Thank you, Ranjani. Thank you, Bala Usha. And all the friends, that made it happen. There are so many friends, right? It is, there are family members, right, who are more than best friends. That's what we have. And there are best friends who are more than family members. Those are the people who made it happen. We were, sitting like guests here, right? Rekha and I, we weren't doing anything for the last 4 hours or even before, right? It's all done by, Chandar and family, Shankaran and family, and then Ganesh and Kala, and we have in-house Mirdangam players, right? Anirudh and Abhinav, they made so many things. They did so many things. I cannot name like saying, oh, they did this, right? No, they did like so many things, not just yesterday, for the last, so many days and weeks. And obviously, I don't want to just say Vasanthi, Nagaraj, Kaushik and Gautam, but there is like a big laundry list. I'm sure it's not 2 hours or 3 hours. That's going to be enough for, what they have done. It's such a lovely and wonderful family, right? 10 years before, how I met them, how nice they were, they are still the same way. We are not like that to, our own, family members, but they are like, I cannot ask anything more from them. They took care of every small thing to every big thing, right? Right, not, I don't want to say, hey, Nattuwangam by, Vasanthi ji, right? It's Nattuwangam to start with, audio, light, stage, Vidwans, I didn't, honestly, I didn't even talk to any of the Vidwans. It's all taken care by, Vasanthi, she took care of even the invitations, brochure, like, the greeting book, there are like so many minor to major things. They walked us through all the steps so diligently, like, I normally ask many questions. I asked the same questions many times, still it hits my head, but still they were so, patient enough to do, and help us in this. So one thing I always tell Akshaya, right, you start something, you finish it, right? So to me now, it's like, again, she's starting, we don't want her to finish with the Arangetram, right? We want her to practice and, and with Krishna's blessing, by the time we were doing it, there was already an invitation for her to perform elsewhere. Right, that's all, Guru's Kripa is how I call it, right? But, there are no words to thank Vasanthi, Nagaraj, Kaushik and Gautam, thank you all. Sorry, most eligible bachelor Gautam. I don't know where Gautam is, but, just have to mention that, right? And Akshaya, I know it's a painful process, but, with all the challenges and good things and enjoyment, we enjoyed the show finally, right? So I should say, but thanks for all your efforts, right? And I'm sure I'm missing a lot of other friends and relatives. I apologize, but we have to use the limited time, right? And obviously, Avijit, he ran like from the basement to the first floor to the second floor at least 200 times for me. At least 200 times, right? Getting things and packing and everything in the event and everything. Thank you, Avijit. So it's your family event, your friends event. You guys made it happen. Krishna made it happen. Thanks to all of you, right? And couple of housekeeping, right? So we all want you to enjoy the dinner here. We're going to set up the tables here, like after a few minutes, if you can give us a few minutes, our friends will be like setting up the round tables to enjoy the dinner. If you have to go, obviously, our friends and family, they have arranged the to-go boxes and to-go bags also. And please take the tulsi that we have. Again, that's an inspiration from Devika's family, right? From last year. So, luckily this year we had plenty of tulasis that we thought we'll also gift. So, please take them, on your way out. If you're missing tulasis, we have more. We can always give it. Again, thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Vidwans. Thank you, Vasanthi Nagarajan family. Thanks to all of you. Hari Om.
Vasiष्ಠ